ding dong, ring a ding ding dong. Keep their heads ringing. Ring ding dong, ring a
What?
ding ding dong. Keep their heads ringing. Happy
Friday.
Friday, everybody. What is up? It is your boy Goo. To my left is my pal Mark D. Klodzinski. And down below, if he's below on your screen, that is awesome. If not, if he's up there, if he's over there, if he's over there, wherever he's at, but he's right there on your screen.
There
It's our
you are.
buddy
You're
Jeremy,
there.
the window cleaner. What is good, Jeremy?
Not much, man.
Good morning. Oh,
Thank you for
slow.
joining us this morning. Happy Friday. Come on, Jeremy. Come on.
What?
Let's get it. Let's
Damn
get
it.
it.
Where's that fucking thing? Boom.
There he is.
There we go. We got Jeremy.
There we go. Good morning, Jeremy. Thank you for joining us live at 6:30 a.m. in Boulder, Colorado. What is shaking on this fantabulous Friday?
Oh man, nothing much, just snow. So
So you and 3/4 of the rest of the country are about to get blasted.
you know,
Are you guys all right?
I think we're gonna miss most of it, honestly.
Okay.
I just went outside and it was like a light dusting, so I'm kind of happy about that. We honestly haven't really had much of a winter at all. So
I got dust and I got dusted. Little Beastie Boys for that ass. So yeah, man, happy Friday. It's the 23rd of January. It's like I mentioned, it's 6:30 in AZ, 6:30 in Boulder, Colorado, 7:30 in Katy, Texas, and 8:30 on the East Coast. I hope your fabulous Friday is kicking off with a bang. So everybody, just want to introduce you again. So Jeremy, the window cleaner, Boulder, Colorado, and your company is again Polished Panes.
Polished Panes, yes, sir.
Polished Panes out of Polished Panes LLC.
Yeah.
You guys might recognize Jeremy from TikTok, Instagram, and the Pro Window Cleaning Group. And he's gonna adjust that real quick. In the Pro Window Cleaning Group. That was Tyler's handle from Wednesday. We'll get that adjusted, but yeah, man. So how long you been cleaning glass?
This will be my 6th year.
And what brought you into this wild world of window cleaning?
Just a shot in the dark, honestly. You know, I've always been kind of a hard worker. I have a really good work ethic. You know, right out of high school, kind of went job to job, not really finding my purpose. And then I moved out here. I got a job at DIA.
Oh, nice.
Airport, and COVID happened, so they laid me off. And I was like, why not just give like window cleaning a shot? It was just kind of one of those things that you kind of had a conversation with a friend, and then you really like put it into perspective. You're like, you know, let's give it a shot. Let's see if it works. And then I tried it, and honestly, it's been life-changing. It's something that I really enjoy, and I don't want to do anything else, honestly. It's super satisfying all day long. I like doing it. So
satisfying. What a great word, dude. So
yeah.
Speaking of satisfying, watching your TikTok videos is always satisfying to me. There's something about the way that you rock your pole. There's something about the way you shoot your angles. You also are known to record, and you often wear a face covering to protect yourself from the sun. You wear long sleeves, protect yourself from the sun. So today we actually get to see your face. This is like the Masked Singer where I'm like, take it. Oh.
Yeah, right. It's a winter. I have to
take it. So it's nice to see your pretty face there, guy.
Yeah, right. Not that ugly.
There you go. So everybody's like, I wonder what Jeremy actually looks like. And there's your mug right there.
Yep.
So when you're out and about in the summertime, that sun, it may not be as hot, but it certainly is bright. You're just doing it for protection to keep yourself covered. Is that the deal?
Yeah. So in the summertime, I mean, I'm a mile higher than everybody else. So it's brutal. I mean, a few minutes in the sunlight for me, I get cooked. You know, I don't really tan. I just burn. And I'm not really fond of putting on sunscreen every hour. It kind of
it's just gross.
Having to reapply half the time I forget and then I burn. So it's easier to just put on like protective clothing. And then when I started making videos, I don't know, I kind of just like the look of it too. So
I like it. It's pretty sharp, dude. I mean, it's something that sets you apart. And like I was saying, it is satisfying to watch you work, and it kind of adds a mystique, so to say, about exactly who Jeremy the window cleaner is. You can't tell if you're happy or pissed when you're cleaning glass. It's kind of like there's no visual for us to see what's going on in your mind or in your your reactions. So it's kind of fun. It's a different style, and I enjoy watching you work.
Yeah, it's like a mysterious, like, who is the man behind the curtain type thing.
That's my point, man. Like, it's the Masked Singer. Take it off. I should have had I should have sent Deeds a couple clips of some of your work and had him play it, and then do a like an unmasking for you. That would have been smart, but
yeah,
a little slow to the game this morning. My bad.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat it. The masking is great. I have kind of had some issues with that. I've been on TikTok, or I've been on Instagram, and I've noticed that some people were like using my videos to promote their shit.
Oh,
so I called them out, and I was like, hey, if you're gonna use my shit, like at
least give me a shout out.
Credit. But the problem is you can't see my face, so who is this person? It could be anybody.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of leaning both ways, kind of showing my face, kind of going, keeping it original to what I was doing. So, kind of like that, just kind of so everybody knows my face and when I'm masked up, pretty much.
There you go.
So,
you got long hair, bro. You got a long hair set of locks, right? How long you been growing your hair out?
Over 10 years. You want to see it?
I would love to.
Oh yeah.
I'm in, as you may have heard or seen me talk about it a little. Oh shit. Yeah, man.
Look at that hair. Long.
So I am in the process of a full grow out. That is fantastic, brother. Nice full head of locks.
Yeah. I just cut off like 6 inches.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. It was so long, it was ridiculous. But yeah, I just cut off like 6 inches.
Awesome. What's your favorite 90s? Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead, Deeds. No, great question. I can already see where you're going.
What's some of your favorite 90s grunge bands? Are you like a big fan of Pearl Jam?
I love Pearl Jam. Nirvana. I love Collective Soul. I remember Tyler was talking about that.
He was, and I was doing a little research on Collective Soul yesterday.
God, there's so much to think of. I don't know if you consider Alice in Chains. It'd kind of be.
Hell yeah.
That's 90s, 93.
Soundgarden all day.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you just got the rocker look to it. You can get backstage without a pass type deal.
Hell yeah! Just get like a crew shirt on.
Yep.
Roadie. And I'm not trying to put Jeremy on blast here or anything, but you asked him about an era basically when he was born, bro. Like I'm glad he knows at least his some of his 90s rock, man. That's hilarious.
Oh, dude, I'm the 6. I grew up listening to like everything growing up. I was in like 1st, 2nd grade rocking Godsmack. So
nice.
So I was doing it.
That's
cool.
outstanding.
Good parents, good upbringings.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
What's that?
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 6.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of Deeds
tells me influence.
Yeah, Deeds tells me stories about his older brothers and the influence that they played on him and his taste in music and movies. And I'm like, man, I guess I'm the eldest, but my brothers are only like 18 months below on each step. And so they're like really close. And in some aspects, it's like, it's really cool to be the eldest. But in some points, I'm like, damn, I wonder what it'd be like to have some older brothers. Like influence me on some great shit. But that's outstanding.
Well, I would say the most important thing about having older siblings is you learn quick. If they do something, you're like, I ain't
doing that shit. No.
Yeah. So I have, lived my whole life reflecting on others. So if people fuck up, then I'm like, well, I know not to do that. Or if something positive comes from it, then I learn from that too. So
that's super smart.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I made my brothers geniuses, man, because they learned from all my mistakes. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I've become a very observant person.
It's helpful.
speaking of observant, let's go ahead and pop in real quick. I want to take a peek and see who's in the rooms real fast. We got our buddies. Let's see. Grace is in the house. Tyler said morning. Eric's in the building. Damien's here. Cody, Squeegee, Tom. Kylie's jealous of these of those locks. Your hair. Dee's wife loves your hair. Chris is in the building. So Chris says you're the reason he started. Chris Eckstein, you're the reason he started spinning the squeegee on the finger. Great videos, dude. Adam Hogan's in the building. And yeah. Some great friends of ours popped in to say what up to you. Let me ask you this: how cool is it, or does it make you feel like neat, or like does it feel pretty cool to hear somebody say, "Hey, man, you kind of influenced me to start doing some stuff on my own"?
Absolutely. I love influencing people. It's it makes me feel like I'm something, inspiring. So, and the greatest part is, is I'm just doing my authentic self. I'm not copying somebody. I'm just doing what feels good to me.
That's good point. Good point. There's a lot of guys out here that do a bunch of stuff too. And I think too, that when we can share what it is that we all love to do, and then put it out there for the world to see, and then put our own spin on things, it makes what we do even cooler. And that's something that I've been noticing more and more as of late. It's kind of like our community as a whole is kind of putting a little more stuff out there, and then we're interacting with one another in a positive light and kind of putting each other to the test. You have been notorious, or not notorious, but you like to put some video content out there and be like, "Hey, what you got?" Or throw it out to somebody else, or do a challenge, so to speak. Guys like you, Jordan Eklund, Rui, Callan Hewitt. Some of these cats are just putting out some phenomenal shit. And where do you get some of your ideas from? And what would be the most satisfying day for you when it comes to window cleaning?
So I get my ideas. I'm thinking all day long. I'm always thinking of creative ideas, especially as like a content creator. So a lot of times it'll just come to me while I'm in the field, and then I'm like, you know what, this would be a perfect video. Like for instance, I did the like sitting in a lawn chair. Like
that was the one that really came to my mind, and I'm like, damn,
I love that one. I was like, let's see if I can do it, and then I did it, and I just like to post it. It helps to keep your skill. It helps to keep you in a place where if you're in a kind of a tight situation, or just in general, it helps to like keep your skills sharp. And it also is like, you can tell when somebody's been doing it for a long time based on like their skill and stuff. So, but I always see like all the European guys, like the UK guys, they're always doing the Shine On Challenge, and they're always so I do enjoy doing that because it's they're always tagging me in like all these videos to do. So makes me feel included.
It's fun, and it is cool to be included. You did that one sitting in the chair, and I don't normally I don't rock a zero pole. Like I do use a zero pole for my water fed stuff, but I'm like a 90%, 95% residential, and I don't typically need pole work done because I can get everything from a little step ladder or whatever. But I will tell you honestly, and 100%, you in that chair made me want to go try and learn how to rock the zero.
You mean I could sit on my ass and think this at the same time? Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, sit on the rope and do some stuff. Frank Rave in the building, dog. What up? Jeremy, you're bringing some big hitters.
Frank.
Hey, buddy. So yeah, you made me want to go start messing around with the Unger Zero degree, and I practiced a couple days. I didn't shoot any film or anything, but Tom had sent me one of those 0 degree handles. I don't know, maybe 3-4 months prior, and then one weekend I'm just sitting at my house in my backyard, and I'm just like rocking the pole, rocking the pole, rocking the pole, just trying to practice and get better at it. And so I want to say thank you for inspiring me to try to practice and learn a new technique. Obviously, I didn't record anything, or if I did record anything, I didn't put it out there because it wasn't up to snuff yet. But you did inspire me enough to actually, on a weekend, on a day where I don't do windows, to sit down and bang on glass. Wife and daughter thought I was crazy, but I had to get better at it. So thank you for inspiring me to pick up a new tool.
You're very well.
Put that pole down. I'm calling 911. Crazy.
Yeah,
she don't like it when I play with my pole.
Not on the back porch.
Not on the back porch. That's for inside stuff.
You know, it's fun though. It brings a whole different energy into work. You know, like making these videos or just doing little fun stuff here and there. Even if it's like, oh, you know, if people have to bring logic and I could easily do that with a stepladder. It's like, you know, it's fun. It makes work enjoyable. You know,
it does, and it creates a different perspective and view, and the angles with which you know. And I bring this up almost every guest, the angles with which they shoot. You know, Nick Williams, Master Squeegee, shoots above a lot and down and diagonal. You do some straight on forward shit. I try to do some angle stuff too. Is there a setup in particular that you like to go back to? Is it forward facing? Is it above and at an angle? Or do you just go case by case?
For me, my favorite angle is usually I have the camera at the bottom left or top left because I'm right-handed. So you get more of the view of the squeegee. And I usually try to get more light pictures. So you get more like clarity of what I'm doing. It just looks more clean. It looks more bright. And I usually just try to keep the camera on the opposite side of my dominant hand so you can see more of what I'm doing.
Nice.
But, you know, I've been trying to do other stuff like
thought process.
Yeah, you know, just thinking about it, you know, just testing it out. And like the other day I did one where I was on a ladder and I was using like a pole clamp with like the phone attachment on it. I would just tighten the gutter, face it towards the window, and you got like a up looking down view toward
downward. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
You know, just
using the gutter to your advantage. It's smart.
Exactly. Just, you know, just testing the waters, trying different angles, and if it works, you know, keep doing it. You know, I think different angles really makes it look cooler. So
agreed. Yep. Agreed. And you mentioned something too about the dominant hand and the way that the video picks up more things for you. So I'm big on that. Like one of the things that I like to see personally, I love watching the rubber close out clasp right on. That's kind of like how I love to end some of my videos. It's kind of like a end scene. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's done. So is there a way that you like to wrap up your videos, or you just play it by ear, or just, you know, just does it depend on how it's going with the music, or does it depend on what you're adding, like when it comes to TikTok filters and stuff like that, or you just go out and do it?
You know, I do have an editing process. I like to make everything kind of match the song. I'm a very song, you know, I liked it to close out at the right time of the chorus and all this and all that. You know, I spend about, I don't know, say like 10 minutes on a video. I don't try to go too far because, you know, if you keep it simple, it usually gets more views. You know, if you spend your like an hour trying to perfect the video, then you don't get shit. So I just try to keep it super simple. I usually close out with where it kind of like fades to black.
Yeah.
Like end of an episode or something.
Nice.
But yeah, you know, and I just try to keep all my videos kind of like straight to the point. You know, you know, when I'm like switching tools, cut that out. So it goes from like mop and then fades and then to the squeegee. So just always trying to keep the attention just on point. I don't want to like lose people's attention, and that kind of just, you know, keep the video short, keep it simple, keep it straight to the point.
No, that's a good point. And you said that you have a process.
Yeah.
One of the guys that, I've had an opportunity to spend time personally with quite a few of the people in the chat room right now, but I did get an opportunity to spend some time personally with one of the dopest editors when it comes to shooting videos, and that's Sean Hart. And watching that dude's process made me want to be more involved, like kind of in the community, but also to create more content because I found it to be so fun. And I loved his music selections, and I loved the angles with which he shot, and I loved just watching his process. And it's really cool to know that we all have a different process, and we all have a way with which we go about things. But in the end, the majority of us are just all we're trying to do is put out some fun, cool content. Are there some people that you see on whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Pro Window that you do draw inspiration from, or that you love watching their videos, or you go back and watch over and over and over again?
I would say one of my favorite content creators would have to be Nick Williams. I mean, him with his Insta360 camera. I mean, there's nobody else doing that. He's got some really crazy just angles. He's a very angle all over the place, and I respect it. I love that. I don't try to mimic anybody else's. I just try to keep mine original. If I do get a little bit of an inspiration, I'll try to incorporate it just very little. But like I said, I'm always just trying to keep myself like apart from everybody else. Just trying to keep myself original.
Yeah, and it's tough too, dude. And it's funny. It's like even if you do draw a little inspiration from somebody else's stuff, you don't want to be biting 100% their style.
Yeah.
But for guys like yourself, or guys like me, or Deeds, or it's not biting a style. That's paying respect, in my opinion.
It's inspiration.
It is inspiration. It's an homage to that guy. It's like, look, man, you gave me an idea, and I'm gonna run with it as well and see what I can come up with. So in my opinion, it's an homage or a tip of the cap as opposed to biting style. So I grew up in the 90s, banging, slanging, but it wasn't banging and slanging studs. It was banging and slanging other stuff and graffiti. And when you would see somebody who threw up a fat piece or did a quick throw up, it would be like, oh, damn, that's gangster. I gotta go hit something like that myself. Like, I gotta go find me a cool wall or a bridge or a rooftop or a curbside, or like I gotta get something like that too. So that's kind of the world that I grew up in the 90s, and now we're taking it multiple steps farther, and we're doing it with video editing, with just still shots. I think stills are extremely underrated. You enjoy still shots, like just beautiful window cleaning pictures.
Yeah.
Chris is wondering, what editing software do you use for your videos? Do you use CapCut or what do you use?
No, I just use the TikTok editing.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty sharp. It does what you need.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It has all the things that I need. And like I said,
I have to agree with that too, real quick. And I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm a ding dong and a dummy, and trying to learn how to use multiple different editing systems sometimes takes me a long time. I'm a late to the game when it comes to TikTok, so I'm less than a year in, I think, on TikTok. And the editing and the ability to add music, speed up your videos or slow them down, add effects. It's pretty simple, and it makes it easy for an old ding dong like me. So
totally,
I get you on that one.
Yeah, I kind of get a little overwhelmed when there's like a million features you can add, but I'd say just play around with it, and that's the least you can do, is just play around with with some of the stuff, and then you start to learn, and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna make stuff way cooler.
Yeah. So Adam Hogan is one of the guys that's in the room too, and he's like, most of my downtown videos do great because of scenery. And Adam's videos as of late have been phenomenal. They've been kicking ass. He's also a great young dude. So I'm always here to watch his stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos. He has really good quality videos, like the point of view pole work and stuff. That's clean. I like it.
I as well. And he's also a very, very nice young dude and just a genuine cat. Deeds and I got the opportunity to meet that dude in Nashville. He caught us by surprise. We didn't see it. Like it was early in the morning and we're walking, getting ready to go meet up with Mike Nichols for some coffee. And we hear, go Deeds. We turn around and there's Adam. And I was like, fuck, it's only like 6:30 in the morning or something. Like it was early. But I'm so glad that he popped by because now we got an opportunity to meet and chat and visit with him. And, we're just looking forward to more events like that where we get to hang out with some of our homies. You're not going to make it to this event coming up in February, are you?
I am not. No.
You going to shoot for Orlando in August?
I'm definitely going to make that one work. I'm going to try to make that one because being my first year in business and stuff, doing it for myself, I'm not quite there, like financially. So I'm just kind of like winging it through the winter and stuff. But, I know that I'm going to do phenomenal this year and I have no problem going to the one in August.
That's going to be dope.
Hope to see you there.
Chris also wants to know, do you typically do your editing from your phone or do you do it from like a laptop or something?
I do everything from my phone. Yeah.
Awesome. Me too. And I watched Sean do all his stuff from his phone too. And that's when I was like, oh man, if he could do this, maybe I should put a little more effort into some of this stuff. So
super
it's going to be dope. Jeremy, I'm going to be in Denver for at least a week in May. We're going to set it up. Me, you, and Damien. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there right fucking now. Me, you, and Damien in May, at the end of May, let's get out there on some glass. Let's get some video. Let's get some content. Let's see a couple of knuckleheads banging and slanging. We could maybe even do 2 days. I'd love to come up to Boulder, or if you want to come down to D-Town, I know there will be plenty of work for the three of us to get down on. So keep it in your calendar. Last week of May. Remind it. Remember, I'm going to keep shooting you some info on it when I come out there. Damien's already given one of these. He's down. I knew D would be gangster. I'm ready to go on that.
Yeah,
Damien's hilarious, dude. Like I called him a couple days ago and I was like, I call you oftentimes before I call the rest of my family to let them know I'm coming to town, right? Window cleaners, we're a funny breed. Cody,
yes,
to answer your question, the one in August is also going to be located in Orlando.
Okay.
And I believe it's going to be at the same hotel. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick Anderson is saying he's got his room already paid for, ready to go for the Elevate, and he's doing the ISCA class. He's going to take the solar panel cleaning class with Steve Williams.
The Steve Williams one.
Yep. So
is that on a Tuesday or a Tuesday or Wednesday?
That's a Tuesday. Michael Draper, Expert Safety Services, is on Wednesday and Saturday. So I know we arrive mid-morning on Tuesday, so we can hop into that class and pick up some stuff, but we're going to make it late to the party.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I get in until 10 or 11 that day. It's a kind of a bummer, but me, Deeds, I like to travel early. And unfortunately, these last two trips that I've taken, I've had to fly out. I fly out in the morning early, but because it's a 3-hour or 2-hour time difference, I end up landing, I don't know, like 10 or 11
back in time.
Yeah, and that sucks. But then coming home too, and I am, as you guys know, I get up early in the morning. I like to get my shit done. And now on the way out on that Friday night, I'll be leaving at like 8, and it drags. I hate that. Traveling late at night is not my favorite, but we'll get over it. I'll get over it.
Yeah, so when I fly out of Houston, I get up at like 3:30 in the morning and then get there at 4:30, fly out at 5:50 or so, and across the
Yeah,
2
I'm a
years.
5:30 a.m. flight, but by the time I get there and everything, it's a freaking 11 or whatever. Excuse me. What does your week look like so far this week, Jeremy? Have you had a lot of work going? Is it slowed down with all this weather coming in? How do you deal with slow time in your schedule and seasonal change?
When it slows down, I don't expect a whole lot. I'll just go and get what I can. But typically, I'm always prepared for the year. It always slows down. It just always does here in Colorado. So, I do save up quite a bit, and then I kind of just chill out, and then also go out here and there and just land a few jobs. Like I had a couple jobs this week. I have a job or two next week, so just enough to keep me cleaning glass here and there. But another month and a half of this, and then I'll be back to full time again. So, but it's just part of it. It always gets slow this time of year.
Yeah, January, February, we're still in business here because it's 65 degrees outside, but it definitely, I see a slowdown in customers because it's, cold and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that still want it done. But the majority of people are always like, well, I would rather wait till spring. And I'm like, okay, well, reach out to me when you're ready and we'll get you taken care of.
Do you offer gutter cleaning or anything like that?
I was just going to ask the same question. Are you strictly a window cleaner, or do you offer add-ons? Good question.
So I do window cleaning. I do gutter cleaning. I do screen repair, solar panel cleaning.
Nice.
So,
which is your least favorite, and which is the least money generator? What is the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me here. Which one it brings you the least amount of money? I guess I don't want to. I don't think I worded that properly. I apologize. You'd think it was Monday, but the highest. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. What's most profitable? What's least?
Yes, thank you. Brain fart.
Man, I mean, they're all very profitable. I would just say windows and gutters are very profitable, especially if you can get both of them on at the same time. Screen repair, I don't do that all the time. I don't push for every job, but it is a good little app if you want to make like a few $100 extra on your job. Solar panels are very easy to clean, and they can be profitable, especially if they have a ton of them on the roof. Bang out like 30 minutes worth of solar panels. Bucks to your.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say for me, primarily, I would say windows and gutters are the moneymaker here.
Yeah, I've done 3 gutter cleans this week, and during the dead of winter, gutters keep you busy. And I love gutter cleaning. Like I'm a secret. I have like a gutter cleaning. Go ahead.
Deeds texted me yesterday, and he's all excited. He's like, I just got done 3 gutter jobs. He literally was excited. I'm like, damn, good for you, bro. Like,
because sometimes they're faster, and I mean, it's just like a window. It's clean or it's not. And so I use gloves. I scoop it, and then 50 feet later, I'm done. I'm like, shit, yeah, that was easy money or fun money or dirty. But
you do like $200-$300 outside only window cleaning, or that'll take you like 2 hours or whatnot, or you could do a gutter cleaning that'll take you less than an hour and make $200-$300. Yeah. So you can
streaks, no complaints. You just and then you can add rinsing. If you want me to rinse out your gutters, it's 30, 40, 50, $60 more. I offer a 30-day clog-free guarantee. So in the estimate, I do gutter cleaning, optional rinse, or not optional, but then I have a 30-day gutter downspout guarantee, where if it clogs or overflows or a branch falls on your roof, whatever, 30 days, give me a call. And I think I've gotten one of those callbacks in the last couple of years. So it helps bring value if you're doing gutter cleaning to add that, because people really like it.
I would say the worst time for gutter is the springtime. They are just absolutely disgusting.
Oh yeah. Well, here in Houston, we have different seasons, and like we only have 2 weeks of winter. So people have like 3 different, they got pine trees, live oaks, and ash trees in their yard. So even if they have like 2 live oaks, one will take a dump in the fall, one will take a dump in the spring. So it's really scattered out here where people can't just say, well, it's fall time. Let's schedule it. It's kind of at will whenever it fills up. And I stay busy that way.
Yeah, but in the fall time, gutter cleanings here are super easy because everything's so dry and all the leaves are just crispy. There's no like wet. There's nothing wet in. Just blow it out. So my favorite time.
I've got
all time for sure.
Yeah, I've got a gutter cleaning this morning, and it rained overnight, maybe just a tenth of an inch or whatever, just enough to wet everything down. So I know I'm going to be scooping kind of mud today, but I'm okay with it because it's a 1-story house. I'm like, yes, just move the ladder, and you're done.
That bag's gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's going to be full of shingle crap, full of juice. I always tell people if you want to lose 100 pounds, clean your gutters. Yeah. So bags.
So we got a couple more of our buddies popping in. We got Jake Van O just jumped in. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Me. Eddie Stewart popped in. So good morning to those cats. Devin Morissette, another buddy that we met when we were in Nashville last year. So some more of our friends popping in to say good morning to you. I want to ask you a couple questions in regards to your setups. What is your go-to? What is your favorite setup? What are you rocking on your belt? Give us a rundown. What are you rocking these days?
Well, for my bow app, I am using the Maker Grackle. I love it.
Cool.
They're about to come back out again, so if yours is in need of refreshing, you'll be able to pick one up soon.
I'm pretty good. Mine's pretty set. I take very good care of all of my tools.
Nice.
Very. I don't know. I baby them a little.
What kind of belt do you rock?
I got it right here. So I'm rocking the Maker Trident.
Cool.
I got the Maker.
Same as me.
Maker Smart Bag.
Smart. I just lost a bunch of weight over the last couple months, so I just finally reset my Maker belt because it's really thick, heavy-duty nylon. So I finally took a couple minutes to yank it and pull it.
No, they're a pain, but once you wear them in, then they work really good.
Yep.
But so I rock the Maker Grackle for the Boab, the Maker Smart Bag, Maker Trident belt, and then call me crazy, but I carry a lot of shit on me when I'm working. I
be prepared.
Don't like to go back to the car. I feel like it's a time waster. So, I carry about four or five squeegees on me.
Smart.
So I got a sill squeegee / 6-inch for French panes. I have about a 10 for smaller windows, and then I have a 14, and then I also have a second 14 on the Mormon handle, so I can just switch squeegees, do my pull work. I don't really like to take channels out and slide another one in. So I just like to just have extras because it's for me it's really quick, it's really easy. So yeah, my setup is kind of heavy, not too bad though. It's not really that bad, but
Go ahead, Deeds.
Are you a towel user? I mean, some guys are like, I use 1 or 2 towels on the whole job, and I bring the whole family with me.
Golly, man, I stuff about, let's say, about 8 towels in my pouch.
Sure. Yeah, me too. I'm guilty of toweling.
And then I
usually have at least 4 in my lowrider bag, and then I have usually 2 on my shoulder, and I too pack a couple things in my pouch as well. I rock Sorbo majority because I love the ease of switching the handles and not the handles, but the channels onto the handle. And if you have a 18, a 12 or 14, and like a 5 or a 6 or whatever, you're good to go on pretty much everything, and it's all right there at your hand. So I too try to be prepared like you. And that smart bag, that whole setup, it's easy, man, and it's great. It's durable. You mentioned that you take care of your gear. It's easily washable. So yeah, man, Maker did come up with a great setup for that. What did you use prior to that?
Before that, I was using a Husky belt.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Home
with that
Depot,
either.
Lowe's,
Little
yeah.
little dollar saver.
Heck yeah, it was only like what, $30 at Home Depot, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the Husky and the Cobalts are honestly better than 90% of the window cleaning pouches. They hold so
Well,
much space. You can put so many tools in there.
well, they're built for the handyman or the roofer who's got 40 pounds of shit, hammers, nails, all
Exactly.
that stuff. So, and they're cushioned for the pushing. The only thing that like cushion for the pushing, they've got the Mormon belt, which I was using for a while before I got the Trident. And what I like about it is it does have some of that cushion in it, so it's good on the hips and such.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was what I used for about, I'd say, like good 3 years. But then once Maker came out with the smart bag, then I was like, you know what? It's you can customize it however you want. So I just pretty much mimicked what the Husky pouch looked like, and I just kind of created that with the smart bag. So I just bought everything separate and just pretty much just put it together the way the Husky belts pretty much worked. So, and it's doing me pretty well. So I enjoy it, and I love that they're waterproof too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A lot of guys forget you just got to tip it a little bit, let the water out if you're getting a whole bunch of, these guys are like, oh, they always get wet leg. Not if you just tip it every 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's worth it,
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Do you guys like label screens when you wash them?
I used to.
I do. Oh, go ahead. I do a complicated process.
I used to just because it was easier, but I kind of changed my process on how I do things. If I'm taking all of them off and then have to wash them, I may. But typically, because I was doing everything solo, oftentimes I would just, like on a 2-story, I'd climb up, pull screen, brush screen up on while I'm up there, kind of like what Luke, the window cleaner, does. Yeah. Clean the glass and then pop that bitch back on. I'm not about coming back down. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like kind of like what you said about extra steps, going back to the van and doing all this. If I can do things in the same climb, it just saves time and effort. So that was my method. And plus, there's no confusion if you're doing it while you're there. You can't mix up a screen.
You can't mix them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
If you're doing it that way.
I agree.
Yeah, I do more complicated. I take them down. So if like there's 4 windows, 2 top, 2 bottom, I'll take the 2 bottom out and kind of put it next to it as left, right. Then the 2 top, I'll take left and then put outside like against a tree on the left side, one on the right side. So I'll take all the screens out and then brush and blow them out, the sills. Then I'll take the screens and it's like a process for me, but I'll take 2 of them, the left and the right, clean those, put them back next to the corresponding window. And so it's more of a drawn out process for me, but it keeps better organized and it lets me know, or I'm at least to stay on top of it. So it's probably a lot longer process for myself, but I don't mess up where the windows go or the screens. Cause if you mess up some screens, you can find that you get all effed up because they're warped or whatever.
Yeah. Or some of them are like 1/8 of an inch bigger than the other,
I was just going to say the same thing too. So here in Arizona, we have part of the reason I didn't invest in a water fed system for 3 or 4 more years into my journey is because everybody has screens. If I have to climb a ladder to pull screens, why would I bring them down? And then, you know what I mean? Like it's just adding an extra step.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna really mess with it. The main reason I bought a water fed system, the Zero system I bought, was because I did this massive property in Northeast Scottsdale that had no screens and hundreds of pieces of glass. And I was like, look, if I just did this all by hand and it took me about 10 hours with a guy. Next time I come back and do this shit, I'm not doing it by hand. We're going to bang this shit out with a machine. I'll go pay for it. Like I remember calling Jersey and being like, all right, bro, I've been asking you about this fucking machine for like 2 years. I basically need it now. What do I need to do? And he's like, well, hey-o. No, he's like, I'll send one out. And I was like, no. I need you to show me how to use it in person. Basically, he's like, well, if you want me to show you, you're going to have to catch me at one of these shows. So I waited a couple more months, and then finally, August came around. It just so happened to be my birthday weekend. Went out and picked up a machine and got sent out a couple, 2 weeks later, a week, and I've been rocking it ever since. Now, I don't rock it often, but like every other tool in your belt or in your arsenal, it has a place.
Yeah.
How do you water fed? And if so, how often?
Yeah, I have one right here. I actually, I only water fed, I would say maybe 30% of the time. 70% of the time I'm doing traditional.
Yeah.
When I first ever got into window cleaning, it was all water fed. So I mastered water feeding, but I got kind of tired of just doing water feeding. I felt like window cleaning kind of got boring, and
A lot of rolling hard out shit.
it does make a huge difference. It does make time go a lot faster.
Yeah.
I felt like I was missing out on a lot of like traditional skills. So I kind of took a step back from doing that, and I got really heavy on like traditional work. And so when I get to a house, my first impression is, okay, what's quicker? A lot of times traditional is a lot quicker for me, especially if they have screens, because if you already got to get up there and remove the screen, you might as well hit the windows. And you don't have.
That was my point exactly. For so many years,
you don't have to wait on drip time. You don't have to go back and hope to God that there's no spots.
Yeah.
But for commercial, wonderful. For big ass houses with big, huge panes.
Yeah.
If it's a French pane house, I'll use it. So there's a time and a place when I use it, and then there's a time and a place I don't need it.
And what is your favorite brush for water fed, and what system are you rocking these days?
Favorite brush is always going to be horsehair.
Yeah.
And then right now I'm using the Zero Pure. So this is my first setup. I don't really think that I would need anything big or better than that, just because, it's just me by myself. I'm not going to be running through resin and filters and ROs as quick as if I had like a crew. So, but yeah, I'm using the Zero Pure, and I only use it about 30% of the time.
Yeah, Cody Smith just commented a minute ago about he showed up to a customer's house. They had all the screens out, and they're like, "You figure it out." That's like my worst nightmare. So I put in my language, like, if you're going to take the screens out, let me know, keep them in order, because I'm not playing musical chairs with 25 screens and trying to figure it out. It does not happen.
I tell people, if you took them out, I'm not responsible to put them back in.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like, we had hit on that earlier, and I have some of my business, they're not partners, but we've been working together for 6 years, right? And they are a screen company, and they refer me a ton of work. And then about 5 years into that relationship, I finally got screens for my house, and I watched them do the install, and I watched them do everything, and I watched them do the measurements. And you're right. A lot of these, especially older homes, they will have windows that are different sizes and just off by maybe a quarter of an inch or 16th of an inch or what have you. And if you mix up those things, and they can really throw off the look of the house. Mm-hmm. Also, a lot of the people here in Arizona, for some dumbass reason, they like to screw their sunscreens directly into frames and or like the sides of the windows. And it's just and then if you pop the wrong and then you're drilling, you drill the top one in first, but it's just tilted a hair to the right or to the left, it doesn't go in, and then you're putting more holes in, and it's like, I tell
people for solar screens, not every screw is going to match back up. Again, I might have to drill a new hole. It's part of life, just because of the flexing and bending. So that's in my language, and I charge about $7 to $10 per solar screen, just because it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah. Two stories, a lot more.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If it takes more time, it's going to cost more money, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I also
Cody,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, Cody Smith, we're talking about the water fed. He just commented about an error, like on his first time of use on his water fed. but I want to commend him for his honesty. And his comment says, YouTube had me thinking it was like a magic wand. And I love that because it is basically exactly Harry Potter style. Bing. Sorry, bitches. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, great comment, Cody. That's exactly right. But that's also too, I was so skeptical, and like what you mentioned, Jeremy, it's like you put in all this work and then you're like so fearful that when you walk away, shit's not going to dry right.
Yeah.
And it takes multiple uses with your system to get yourself comfortable to know that for most people that you can walk away and walk back and it'll be clean. But
I you know, I've mastered the water fed. You know, I've used it for thousands of homes, and if you're ever unsure that they're gonna leave spots, it's better to over rinse and over scrub. In my opinion. Overdo it. I mean, some people go
more
like
water, damn it.
5 seconds on a window, scrub it, rinse, move on. You're gonna have spots. There's no question. Just spend a little bit extra time and just rinse it thoroughly, and you'll have no issues. Over rinse, over scrub if you're unsure. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Stellar advice, and I couldn't agree any more. That's exactly what it is, and that's what most of the pros tell you to. Yeah. When in doubt, rinse it out. You know what I mean? Like extra rinse.
Take your time.
Hey, when you're
go back.
You guys keep going for 1 second. I got to step away for 1 second, but keep the flow going.
What I hate is like when you're cleaning and you come back around the back of the house and there's that one drip that goes down the center of the window that's got all the sediment from up in the frame. You're like, God damn it. So I got to come back and rinse. But that's it. You know, you just got to apply you're right. Yeah.
If I'm in let's say I clean a house and the second story window, everything else is pristine around the house. You got that 1 second story window that just has a mark. I'll either ladder up or I'll just trash it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not redoing everything below it just because I made them. I'll go up there.
I had a little old lady last month who was on her back patio, like mopping up like with paper towels. She's like, "You forgot to squeegee this one." I was like, "I didn't squeegee any of your windows. Like that's pure water, baby. Just leave that alone. It'll evaporate." She's like, "Oh." So
most biggest question to ask is, are you going to squeegee off that water? No.
Yeah, no.
Well, how do I know if they're going to look? Come look at this one. I'll come show you.
Yeah.
The sun is always. This is how they're all going to look. Don't even worry about it.
You know,
and beautiful.
Squeegee Tom mentioned too. It's like, look, if you do the outside first, when you're using water fed, it also allows time to dry and then go inside, get the interior done, and then you can see the progress of your work. Simple math, gang. Simple math.
Yep. It's not rocket science. It's super simple.
Yeah, man, you nailed it on the head. What are your plans for the weekend? I mean, I know that it's cold out. Do you work weekends? Do you take weekends off? What's the deal for you?
Well, right now I'm just hanging out. You know, I don't work till Monday, but typically, you know, as a business owner now, I work every day. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday. I'll go. I mean, if
they need it, we'll do it.
So, but for the winter time, you know, I'm just taking jobs here and there. You know, I do got a lot of friends, like other window cleaners in the Boulder community that have helped me out with work. So it's always good to have connections. No competitors, all connections. But
that's another thing. Nice. That's another thing that I noticed about you that I want to commend you on too. It's like you have this way about you that is open, inviting, cordial. You seem to have quite a number of friends, not only here, like in the States or in Colorado or in Boulder, but your network is pretty wide. Is that by design?
Just me being an honest person, you know, and I like to be honest with people. I don't like to, I don't like to gatekeep. I don't like to shun on other people. I think we all have an opportunity to grow, and why not share what we love as a whole together? You know, that's kind of where I'm at. You know,
is that you too?
People are
give it back.
Sorry,
we're
getting Getting a little ding
Ding.
action.
Ding dong.
We mentioned a couple of the other people that are in our own window cleaning community that you enjoy watching. And you kind of mentioned earlier, somebody kind of brought you into the industry or told you about it. Is that person still banging and slanging, or what are they doing these days?
I would say yes, but I know that they've gone through some hardships and stuff, and I don't like to speak down upon anybody, but I think they're doing. I heard that they're doing high rise right now, but they used to run a business, but I think it kind of just took a toll.
Well, dude, I will say this too. If for me personally, if we're not, how do I say this? It's easy to wear out. It's easy to get disheartened. It's easy to get disenfranchised if you're constantly grinding.
Yeah,
It takes
somebody
a toll,
has. Yeah, and I think it was either American Window Cleaner magazine or Jersey that posted yesterday something along the lines of, do you freak out when it starts to slow down, or do you take it as a break, or like what happens to you? Like for me, I didn't have any, there was no, for the first 4 years of when I restarted the business, late 2019 until 2020, it was a constant go, right? So it is easy to burn out if you're burning the wick at both ends and you're not taking some time off.
totally.
For people like yourself who have kind of a natural build-in with seasons, do you think that helps you from burnout?
Somebody with seasons, I would say it depends on where your head's at. You can take it as like, oh my God, I'm stressed, the winter's coming. Or like you said, you can take it as a break. But honestly, it just depends on where you are, I guess, financially, and whether or not you're burned out or not, I guess. I don't know. For me, it's like, for like the last 4 years, I used to stress like, oh shit, winter's coming. What am I going to do? I got to find a new job. But, now that I've experienced all these winters and I know what's to come, instead of stressing out about it, just plan ahead.
Adjust.
Yeah.
It's, evolve. And best way to do that is right after winter, you create a plan and you make a savings account, or you build clientele and you find commercial jobs for the winter time. You just plan it out, and then, you'll be fine, but don't till October, November, December, and then decide to plan. So
yeah, then you're shooting yourself in the dick because it's too late.
Yeah. It's like every job that you do, just put a little to the side. And then, like, if you have like, I don't know, 5-10 grand in the bank, then you're chill out. And then if you want, you can still go out and get money. You can still go out and find work. You don't have to go and hustle and stress every morning with high anxiety. Where am I, if I'm going to get paid today? Just continue to do what you want to do and just plan ahead. That's all I can say.
Nice.
So
yeah. It is a awesome industry that we're in. And it does give owner operators or window cleaners just in general the opportunity to kind of create their own income. Deeds does multiple services. And one of the great things about what it is that we do is it is kind of a service industry. So how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Do you want to eat like, and I don't mean that in a rude way, but like, hey, sometimes you got bills that are coming up, or sometimes something happens, a kid gets sick, or hey, we got to take this trip or whatever. You're in control of your own destiny. How bad do you want it? Deej, you shared with me yesterday, you had some stuff coming in, and we got some not unexpected, but we got some things that we want to get taken care of next month. So it's time to rack up the sales, right? So Deej puts his fucking workman cap on and makes a couple calls, and ding, there
sold
it is.
Some gooder jobs. It was, go ahead.
Oh, that's it. I mean, basically, it's like we're in control of our own destiny a lot of times, and we can say, hey, it's winter, or it's this, or it's that. We can make excuses all we want, but what it boils down to a lot of times is how bad do you want it? Am I right, guys?
Yeah. Life. You're as lucky as hard as you work, or the harder you work, the luckier you get. That's it.
We've talked about our faith too on this show, Deeds. Like, God's not going to let you not eat. Like, we're not in that situation. He's not going to let your kids starve. Put your faith to it. Work hard. Be an honest and fair human being. And typically, I find that God shines down. And if you're not a believer, that's fine too. It's just my take. But there ain't no rest for the wicked. Go out there and work your butt off, and good things happen to those who work hard and treat people properly. That's my take.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I had 2 realtor ready packages this week in the last 7 days. So I've done house wash, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, sidewalk and driveway, and the back patio for 2 different customers. And that was a really nice shot in the arm for the week. I was like, holy shit, it's really slow this January. What am I going to do? So I started reaching out, and I got lucky, got another one. So it's more, the more you put out there, you've got to have a positive attitude at all times. And what you put out into the universe, you'll get right back. So, have faith. It's slow right now, but God, I need a couple jobs. Go ahead and throw one my way, and you'll be surprised. He listens.
Yep. That's kind of where I'm at. And, the the universe is always looking out, like, I don't know, the other day, I was like, let's go make some money. Let's see what I can do. And, I'm kind of small, so I'll go and door knock and stuff, like, hey,
sure.
I give out as many cards as I can. So, not everybody, but a lot of people will call in the spring. But I had this one guy just door in the face while I was talking to him. Mm-hmm. And, I don't take any of that. But as I got to the bottom of the step and walking away, my phone rang, and somebody was like, hey, you're in my neighborhood. We want to get our windows done. And I'm like, I'll be right there.
Hell yeah.
So sometimes you gotta, face that negative energy to get positive energy back. And as long as you work with it and you work hard, like, the universe is always going to hook you up.
Walk through it. Yeah. Do you have a wrap truck or anything?
No, not yet. I'm just using my car right now. So,
okay.
But I want to get like one of those Ford Transit vans, or honestly, what I really want to get a Tacoma with a shell on the back.
There it is. Nice.
I want to get it wrapped with a QR code on the back, and then
smart.
At the light, they can take a picture of it, and it'll take you directly to my website, and then book an appointment that way. And that's kind of where I want to get to.
Well, if you ask Eddie Stewart or Austin Grubbs, they'll tell you that a Tacoma is probably the best thing out there. So those two are big time Tacoma guys. I would love a Tacoma as well.
Does Chris Eckstein have a Tacoma, or is he a Ford guy?
I think he's a Dodge dude.
Mike Matthews. Dodge dude? Okay.
And I want to say that Mike Matthews rocks a GMC. He's got a big, beautiful white
Sierra.
I think he has a Sierra.
But yeah, you can outfit the back of those things with the pull drawers. You can stack. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a Tacoma too. The shell. Yeah.
And I'm like right in the foothills in Boulder, so like there's a lot of clientele in the mountains, and a lot of them are on dirt roads that go straight. So you need to have the right vehicle to get to those areas too. So, and they're just super reliable. They're low maintenance vehicles as long as you take care of them.
Correct. Speaking of the mountains, do you find yourself up in the mountains often and doing some big ass homes, some mountaintops? Is that something that you do often?
I would say the majority would be in the foothills. But I would say I do quite a bit up there, and it's it's always refreshing to be way up in the mountains, away from like civilization. You know, it's kind of like going on a road trip, even though you're like 20 minutes up the hill, because you can't.
By yourself, isolated.
Super nice. The only thing is the TDS up there is really high, so you know you kind of have to be
A lot of
smart
minerals in that mountain.
using with your zero pure, and plus those mountain homes up there, man, they get weathered. Like the weather just beats those windows up, so they're always filthy.
Yeah,
You know,
hiding up in the clouds.
Stuff like that when you're filming on stuff like that, you know, yourself included. Like I mentioned, Jordan Eklund, he does a lot of that stuff too. In Utah, I love seeing some of that content, and just some of my favorite stuff because you know I'm a city guy in Phoenix. I don't get to see that very often, so I love when you guys show that stuff out there. What is your favorite time of year to be working in?
Oh, man, it's gonna be either May or October. Those are my two favorite times of the year. May and October, because they're not quite hot, and
all you need is a light jacket.
What's that?
Miss Congeniality. She's like April 15th or whatever. It's a perfect day because it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
You're such
love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I love the colors of the trees. You know, in
October, yeah.
Out of like trees blossoming, and then in the fall, all of the trees are just changing colors. And those are usually the two times when most people start booking like crazy.
So that's what I was going to ask. Does it have to play into, I asked you your favorite time of year to clean. Does it have to do with anything about your pocketbook?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He's
money,
like,
money.
Oh, yeah. I would say April to June is like a really busy time. And then it kind of slows down July, August, and then it just bumps right back up to September, all the way up till Christmas for me.
And what is the what's the coldest temps you get up there? And is Boulder basically the same climate and temps as Denver, or is it a little chillier or a little warmer?
It's pretty much the same. It's probably like, I don't know, 10 degrees different here and there. Like today, I believe the high is like 20.
Yikes.
But that's this temp I think we've had all year. Like we have not had much snow at all. Like it's really crazy, and it's kind of concerning because with it being dry like that, it kind of makes me worried about the summertime because Colorado's has a high fire risk.
Arizona the same,
and we also get really crazy wind, and so when you mix those all together, it kind of can get a little dangerous.
Blame Canada. Yeah,
he said blame Canada. Deeds, I love you. I can't.
Well, I mean, shit. Yeah,
we gotta get you a little bit of a different lighting so I can see your face. You're a little shadowed today, but I can see your smile when you drop that blame Canada one. Outstanding.
No. The Canadian government has apologized for Brian Adams on public occasions. Yeah, little Terrence and Phillip action. But I mean, a lot of guys here in the U.S., we're about to get dumped on and frozen. I mean, I'm in Houston, and we're right on the line of the frost freeze. So we had like a minor sprinkle this morning, only like 1/10 of an inch. But they're saying, that 1/10 of an inch on a live oak tree with all its leaves is like 7,000 pounds, or at least 10 German shepherds. That's a lot of dogs in a tree. And so we're gonna have a lot of power lines down and shit like that. So,
you guys might shut down the whole city.
Well, everybody, the whole city's going to shut down. I mean, everyone's running for toilet paper and milk and eggs and all that shit. It's like, how much are you really going to sit there and eat for the day and a half that you're without power? Like, are you going to hard boil all those eggs? Yeah. So it's pretty nuts how people go crazy. But there's a lot of washers in here who are probably anxious and like, I don't know, scared. But they're going to have to bring their units in overnight, and just a bunch of weird weather coming for the southeast and towards the east. So hats off to everybody. And the point of that is, I might not be able to be on air on Monday because if we lose power here, then there goes the 5G network towers and all that shit. So I'll be in the dark, playing Monopoly with the kids.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll be going live with Alex myself, and we won't be using StreamYard because I don't know how. I'm ding dong, and Deeds is the producer. Maybe he can show me how to use it, but yeah. So I hope that's not I hope that's not the case. I'd love to be able to see your goofy ass smile and everything with me on Monday when we're hanging out with Alex Lambrinidis, which is going to be a fun show. It's been
Fun.
Yeah, it's been a couple months since we had him on. I think actually was Alex our first. No, Screechy Tom was our first guest. Then it was it Alex like in the next? I know it was Screechy Tom, Alex, Mark, and someone else were like the first four. Maybe it was Sid. But yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend, and then Monday's gonna be a great show too. But hopefully you're not frozen out, Deeds, because I don't know how to do anything.
There might be a lot of frozen out guys out there. That's what I'm getting at. It's like it's gonna be, you know, they always blow it out of proportion. The weathermen really don't know shit until it hits. You know, it might miss us completely. But I was looking at the chart this morning, and everybody like Nashville, Virginia, they're all going to get like they could get 6 to 12 inches of snow, which is kind of unheard of. So we're right at the bottom cusp. I'm just worried about ice accumulation.
Might want to tell Eddie Stewart to get his windshield wiper fluid.
Oh yeah, head up the auto sign, everybody.
I think he actually posted something like he's like, I don't know, like maybe he's got, I don't remember what it exactly was, but I think he was finally like saying, oh shit, like
it's coming.
Yeah, I feel like a northern window cleaner. What am I gonna do? Type deal.
20 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 where he's at, 26 here. I'd love to see some snow because the kids love it and it's great to see. But
watch it. Underneath a window cleaning page. What gloves do you guys recommend?
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
And this gratuitous naked window cleaning in the snow would be nice.
A frozen cold Eddie Stewart tushy, a bright pink Eddie Stewart tush. Is that what you're envisioning, Deeds?
Yeah, that's what he should do. Yeah, wear the
rosy cheeked Eddie Stewart butt.
Yeah, rosy cheeks, just like Santa's butt.
I just got a mental picture of Eddie Stewart's pink ass. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh Lord!
Right into there.
Normally, type of bleeding when it's this cold.
What's that?
Yeah.
So like he's gonna like post in the comments his rubber is bleeding. He's like,
right. This? Oh, good God. I can't wait to see what actually comes out of this storm. It should be fun. It should be fun. Hopefully some of these cats come up with some good content and maybe make some fun of it. Poke the bear, tease the northern window cleaners, and then maybe some of us can actually understand what you guys have to go through on a day-to-day basis. Because I sure as hell don't know. But
yeah, I take my my Zero Pure, I put it in the house in the laundry room, whatever, because in the garage it gets about 37 degrees. So I'm always like, oh shit, because it always gets really close during the winter, but it's warm enough. So I've got a heater out here. I'll put like Christmas lights, the bulb incandescent. I'll wrap them around like a pressure washing pump, and that little bit of heat just keeps it high enough for me not to shit my pants and worry about it. But if you've got a system and it's got wheels, take it in the house.
Take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Some guys, you can blow it out, but there'll always be water in there. Yeah, Jeremy, you're doing the smart thing, having it in your friggin' room, getting it in there, because they're not cheap, and you don't want to bust up the membranes. You don't want to pop anything out and freeze it, because it ain't pretty. Because you're going to see videos and photos of that. Oh man, I left it in the back of my truck, left it in the garage, and it exploded. Yeah, that's not good. So take care of your tools.
There'll be times when I'm like watching TV and I'm like, what's the temperature? Oh shit, I got to take my shit out of the car. I got to carry stairs. And, I'd rather do that than to lose something that I spent so much on, and it can make me so much money. So,
it's like a dog. Bring it inside, She needs water and love.
So I always say, if it's cold outside, or if you're cold, so are they. Bring them in the house.
There you go. Right. Hey, is there, we've talked a lot about different tools, a lot about belt, a lot about water fed. Is there something on the market right now that you've seen that you haven't used, haven't got your hands on yet, that you're like, damn, I need to try that?
Oh, man.
And if you can't think of it now, think about it, and it pops in your head later, throw it in the comments. But I want to ask other people too. This is a question for all of you guys. So everybody that's in the chat, is there anything out there that you're seeing on the market right now that you haven't got your hands on that you're just dying to try? I definitely want to know. I want to see the comments in the thread. And then on Monday, I'm going to bring it up too. Maybe we're going to have we're going to have Alex on Monday, and we'll probably, ask him to go through some of those tools that you guys are listing. So I'd love to hear your comments. But Jeremy,
one of mine is oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Deez, if you already have it on your head.
I was going to say the jitterbug. Everyone's using the jitterbug. It's handheld. You can scrub the window, but I don't have that. I've got like 3 techno pads. So they're also big and bulky. So, they're great on big windows, but if you've got a French pane or you've got like the side of the window next to the front door, that's just a little bit thinner than that. You buff it out with steel wool or whatever, but I'd like to try the jitterbug and see how it gets in. And
to me, I feel like the Technopad or the jitterbug is just another version of the Technopad.
Sure.
I like the size of these guys, and I also feel like it's wrist fatigue, because if it's in your hand, it'll lock your wrist, and you're putting pressure on. I feel like with this handle, like it kind of eliminates that. So I prefer the Technopad.
Okay.
I have both as well, and I bought a couple so that my buddy John Magdos could have one of those jitterbugs and Billy Sloan could have one. They do serve a different purpose. It's weird. Jitterbug's great, but the Technopad also, like on the pole, you know what I mean? Like it works great. So I like both of them. I do enjoy having something in my hand, but I feel like the Techno covers more ground and gives better angle options. Luke, the window cleaner, said, fan of your work, Jeremy, which is in my opinion, very high compliment. I was actually going to say this earlier. I think you kind of remind me of Luke in a ways, like, especially now that we're having this conversation on air, hearing your voice. I have a feeling if you do more talk over videos while you're doing it, you would sound like your demeanor, the way you carry yourself, the tone, the delivery with which you put your words together. It sounds,
plus your experience,
professional and smooth. I think if you add some voiceover to some of your stuff, or you give commentary while you're doing it, it would be even cooler.
That is something that I have considered. I would like to do that. That is something, because, I'm all about teaching. I wouldn't necessarily say the right way, but
what way that works best for you.
Because we all clean differently,
Yeah, just like Luke the window cleaner. I respect his videos. I love watching all of his content too. And every time I see it, I'm always taking notes, even though I know what I'm doing. So I always am optimistic to try methods other people have.
Yeah, like some guys will hold the squeegee like this. I'm a finger guy, so I'll put a finger on it just so I can like move the pressure on one side to the other. It's just the way I've been cleaning.
I put my finger right there, and then once I go like down, it transitions to that. So
nice.
Just initially when I'm cleaning, it'll go like that, and then it goes down. I just grab that.
I do this kind of the same thing, but I also use it to adjust. Like I'll actually spin, like on my, I don't tighten my Sorbo handle or my other handle to where it's can't move. I like a tiny bit of flex. So as I'm relocating, I'm changing the angle of my squeegee to adjust to my next pass. You know what I mean? Like I'm already a step ahead of where my arm is going to be taking me by relocating the angle on, like by pointing down, I'm adjusting it. So I got some comments the other day about why your hand placement, and I'm like, hey man, it works for me. That's all I know. And I that's one of the things I wanted to just point out about what you stated. It's like, look, I'm not telling you what is best. I'm telling you what works best for me, what works best for Jeremy. I'm not telling you this is the only way to clean a window. I'm telling you what works best for Goo. So, or I'm showing you how I do things because I find it to be the easiest.
And that's what's so unique about this industry is it's very diverse. There's no wrong way of doing anything. It's just what works for you and what doesn't. And everybody is so unique in their own way. It's like skateboarding. It's like the way you jump on a skateboard is going to be different than everybody else. You know, it's about how you approach it. cleaning is so unique that there's
I've been following. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, we all do it our own ways. We all have 1,000 hours of cleaning, and it's all muscle memory and what works the best and what produces the right flow. Because you don't want to get carpal tunnel, and you can feel what feels best in your hand when you're squeegeeing.
Yeah.
I follow this chick on Instagram, and she's got no arms and no legs, so she like makes meatloaf with just her chin and shit
Wait
like
a
that.
second.
So
Hold on. Wait, hold on. What did you just tell?
No.
What did you just tell the world?
there's
You
a chick
watch
on
what now?
Instagram she's got no arms and no legs, and she does like cooking tutorial videos. So like yesterday, I watched her slice up an onion, and I was like scared for her because it's dangerous. But I'd love to see her with a squeegee and see how she does it. But she'd probably have to get a helper. But if she could do it with a pole, that'd be pretty fun to watch. Fucking getting it. She would put us to shame because she knows how to work it. I mean, she's an inspiration to me. Like I'd love to figure it out.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
Yeah.
About to bag it up.
Kind of reminds me.
God.
You guys used to watch Tosh.0 back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Arms, and she was like using her feet to use this tool
Monkey feet.
Potatoes. And I remember Daniel doing that with his feet, and he was struggling, and then he goes to the camera and he's like, "It's that easy."
Yeah, that shit's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything is possible, guys. So if you have an accident, you lose your hands, you can clean it with your feet.
Yeah, and that goes back to like, me cleaning in a lawn chair. It's like if I ever was paralyzed from the waist down and I was in a wheelchair, knowing that whole work in a wheelchair, I could still clean windows.
Hell yeah.
I still want to do it because I enjoy it. It's fun.
Agreed.
What is your guys' favorite method of cleaning a window? Like for me, for instance, my favorite is dive bombing.
Yeah, I'm a big dive bomb cat myself. I enjoy doing it. I feel like it looks cool. I feel that it is an effective way to cover a lot of glass in a short period of time too. I didn't really take too much thought into it until recently. And then I really started watching somebody that, I didn't call it dive bombing. I don't know. That's kind of the way I cleaned. But yeah, it is I think it's one of the coolest, most, like I said, covers the most amount of glass in the shortest period, in the shortest amount of passes. Yeah. You can start from the bottom, go back up, or oftentimes I'll come at an angle. Like I really enjoy just watching me swipe up and pulling all that foam and cleaning the top. And again, or if I'm going this way, I'm coming up and then I'm already getting at an angle to pull everything down. And then once I get to that 3/4 mark of wherever it is that I'm trying to get that foam, make it straight, and then I'm just coming back up and usually 2 passes. And I had this discussion with Sean Hart when I was in, and I wish Sean was still on. I don't know if he is or not, but he's a 14-inch guy, right? He thinks the majority of us are using too large of a squeegee. And I told him, I was like, man, if I rock a 14 on everything, it would take me a little bit longer, maybe another 10, 15 minutes per gig. Not a ton, but it does add up. If I'm rocking an 18 and I'm getting done with everything on a 2 pass, it just seems to make everything go a little more smoothly.
Totally.
Yeah, Mike Matthews enjoys the 14. That's his favorite.
Yeah. What about you, Jeremy? I didn't ask you that. Favorite size or size you tend to use the most?
Well, I carry 5 squeegees on me.
Okay.
So I use
handles or squeegees?
What's that?
Squeegees or channels.
Yeah,
channels, right?
Okay, five channels. Gotcha. My bad.
No, I carry 5 handles and
completes.
So
okay.
So I have a 14, a 10, and a 6. And when I approach a window, usually depends on what size it is. For residential, for regular windows, it's typically a 14. If it's really big windows, I'll pull out the 18. If it's a smaller, like, bathroom window, pull out the 10. And then if it's a French pan, I'll pull out the 6. So I don't really have like a preference, but I would say 60% of the time I'm using my 14-inch.
Damn, that's a lot.
I was Yeah, I went to a Trader Joe's yesterday after my jobs and picked up some shit, and there was a fish window cleaner working the interior, like the walk-in, all that glass, and he was cleaning with a zero pull, and he had a Mormon accelerator, but he had it locked, so he was actually just doing straight pulls with it. So I'm at the checkout line watching him do it. I'm like, what the fudge? You know, like he's straight pulls are fine and everything, but he's using a Mormon accelerator when he could be using like anything with an 18-inch channel. To close it out and stuff. So I was thinking I was going to watch some cool ass work, but at $1 a pane, he just wasn't having it. He was doing the straight pulls.
At $1 a pane. Fucking deeds.
I
love you, bro. You're such a dick.
If I'm doing fronts or big windows, I always use the Mormon accelerator with the 22-inch, and I'll use it like a swivel too with the.
Sure, that's what I was hoping to watch, but he was just like. And he was like doing it like he was doing the left, then the right, then the center. I'm like, this hurts. I should have took a video or something, but I would have been that. I was wearing my work shirt, the pressure washing. So I would have been that guy standing in line with everybody, like filming this dude, like making it awkward. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to make it weird. He at least had a really cool pull, the zero. He had the greenish pull. It was really, really hot looking, but he was doing it kind of wrong, but who am I to judge?
It's fair.
Hey, we just got done telling everybody there's no wrong way, right? No.
There's no wrong way, but it's fun to watch.
Except for that guy. He was wrong.
As long as it looks good and you get paid, it don't matter how you do it.
That's it. Make it clean.
Exactly.
I think somebody actually did state that earlier, right in this conversation. Have you been keeping up with the conversation in the chat room, or are you just gonna Jeremy, have you seen what everybody's been posting, or are you gonna catch it later?
I'll have to catch it later. I don't know how to see the comments.
It's all good. You'll be able to, oh my God, you'll be able to go back through and take a peek later. Craig Hensel, I'm working on more foot squeegeeing videos. Window cleaner only feet. Folks should be subscribed once I get it up and running. I'm pledging if my thingy fetches enough money, I'm going to use that money for evil window cleaning purposes. Long live Craig Hensel.
Yeah.
WCOTY.
Yes.
Window cleaner of the year. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to shoot an email. I'm going to shoot an email to that chick who has no arms and legs and see if she can do some window cleaning tutorials. See if I can get her on that. Maybe she just spray away in some towels. I don't know how she's going to do it. I'm excited.
I can't tell if you're joking or if you're serious. And
I'm serious. Yeah. I mean, I want to know how she does it. I've watched her make sloppy joes and chop onions. I want to see how she holds a squeegee or a freaking pole or something,
You're
teeth, is it chin? Yeah.
I could send her a carbon fiber squeegee so it's a little less weight in her mouth.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean that like disrespectfully. I'm just saying that like
no, it's easier to glide. Yeah, I mean, too. She's got a very strong neck, if you can imagine, so she can handle like a brass or something heavier, stainless steel maybe. But yeah, good to watch. I'd like to see how she changes her rubbers too. Like,
God, we're horrible.
I gotta get. She needs content. Of course, she'll love it. She'll I love the idea.
Oh my God,
yeah, we'll see. Get her a t-shirt or something.
I can't believe where this conversation. Actually, I can, but whatever.
I'm gonna get a video. And we're gonna show a video of one of her clips next month or next week.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. As long as I know that Deeds is getting canceled in 2026.
She uses a slap chop with her. It's pretty cool.
Oh, my God.
Hats off to her. That's awesome. I'm inspired.
Well, you're giving her ideas for her content. This is not a joke about. This is honest.
No, she needs it. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. Craig, I know it's art. Anyways, Jeremy, you'll get the joke when you read the comments.
Okay. It's art.
Yeah, Craig Hensel in the building for sure. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up the Friday episode of Goo and Deeds with our friend Jeremy, the window cleaner. But as you most, sorry, I'm still reading the comments. As most of you know, what we like to do at the end of each episode is to give our guests a couple minutes to let some people know you're thinking about them, or let them know you appreciate their work, or tell them to kick rocks if that's how you want to share your love. So the floor is yours, Jeremy. Who would you like to give some shout outs to?
For starters, I'd like to give a shout out to some of the local window cleaners in Boulder that have helped me. I got Max Green with Happy Glass. Steve-O knows him. He's worked with Steve-O quite a bit.
Nice.
So Max with Happy Glass. My dear friend Chris Versace, he's in Florida right now cleaning windows, but in the summertime he owns Dakine Window Cleaning, and he's helped me a ton, learning the business side. I want to give a
Where's he? What's that? The Kind or Dakine or Dakine Kine?
Eakine.
Ine.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
After the snowboarder, the skiing supply.
like
Keen? I
saying
think they're a ski maker.
like in Hawaii when they just say it's Dakine. So that's kind of where he got it from. He's a very like 90s sublime type of guy. He's very chill.
Can you connect me with that dude? And does that dude have any window cleaning merch or gear?
I don't know if he does. I helped him. I helped him in the fall to get a logo. I helped him develop some new shirts.
Yeah.
So he's got some cool shirts. I could probably tell him to make some merch, but I don't know if you've seen any of my TikTok videos. Occasionally, I'll throw him in some of my videos. He's got the long blue hat. I just posted.
I'm gonna go do a deep dive on your stuff. I want to see his logos. I want to see what he came
he's cool as
up
shit.
with.
Yeah, he's really helped me a lot. He's a very good mentor, and he's taught me a lot.
And what's his name again?
His name is Chris Versace.
Awesome. I'm gonna track that cat down myself too.
I think you guys would get along really well. He's super cool. He's a super Grateful Dead fan, and he's just
nice.
Cool. And he's
his best friends with Louis Vuitton. Versace. Louis Vuitton.
I'd like to give a shout out to my girlfriend Caitlin. She has just inspired me to keep going. She's always fascinated with all of my videos that I put out. She's never tired of seeing anything that I'm doing. And she's supporting me with
That's a keeper.
Yeah, she's inspiring me to grow my business, and she wants me to see my full potential, and she's got me connected with all these other local window cleaners. Like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have met Max from Happy Glass or Dakine Window Cleaning, and we have another company worked for last year. So she's definitely helping me with a lot of connections here in the local Boulder area. Another shout out would be the Goo and Deeds podcast. Thank you guys so much on the show and kind of just putting me out in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for everything you guys do. It's super important to have good positive energy in this community, because there's a lot of know-it-all a-holes that think they know the best way. Sure. You can get it's easy to be a negative person, and it takes a lot of guts and grit to be able to produce a show and just have love and respect for everybody in the community. And I think that's super important. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the UK guys. So
yeah, thank you for shouting the UK cats out.
Callum Hewitt, we got Squeegee Rich. I don't know if you know Callum Campbell. I think he's Squeegenius. A lot of those guys over there, very knowledgeable. Those guys are always super respectful and funny as hell. So
they're doing some big shit, bro. And I'm really digging what they're up to. They are bringing a humor, a community, hey, let's do this together. Hey, I want to challenge you, but in a fun way. And I rock with you and I ride with you on that one, Jeremy. Shout out to those UK cats.
Exactly. And I love being able to expand our community overseas. I want to, worldwide is the way to go. I want to see people in other countries and other places 13 hours away, or not 13 hours, but 13, on the other planet, just doing
time zones away. Yeah,
exactly. Another shout out, all the content creators like Jordan Eklund, Jessica Battle. God, I can't even think of everybody, but just anybody just pushing out content and showing the world what window cleaning is all about and doing it the way they love to do it. Nick Williams, Steve-O, I don't know if he's still making videos. I know he does a lot of educational videos. Luke the window cleaner, shout out to him. Big respect on all of his stuff. And just everybody that is showing love and support in the pro window cleaning page, even though there's a lot of people that are always trying to say, I know what's best. So people that are just continuing to post and
I couldn't agree with you more, dude. I couldn't agree with you more. And, you mentioned a couple of those across the pond cats. We have not disclosed our February guest list yet, but I will let you know. Callan is on the first week. Yaron Huizinga is going to be on. And I don't know if it's Yaron or Yaron. I just want to make sure that I'm properly stating people's names. But the first week in February, we're going to have two dudes from across the pond. One guy from the UK and one, I believe he's Dutch. If you ain't Dutch, you ain't much, as they say. So we're here to bring those cats.
Little wooden shoes.
Yeah, it's going to be a good week. And like I said, we haven't disclosed the full month guest list for February yet, but we're on board with exactly, we're aligned the same, Jeremy. I want to give a shout out to all those cats too. Deeds, what's up with you? Who you want to give a shout out to?
Europeans and Canadians are window cleaners too. The International Window Cleaning Association has their event going on next month in Orlando, and you're going to see a lot of internationals. You're going to see Canadians, people from Scotland, maybe some Amish guys from Pennsylvania. It's a nice hodgepodge of stuff, so it'll be cool. And if they have, I don't know, do they have window cleaning conventions over in the UK or Europe? Maybe we should hit up one of those this year. Go to Munich.
It's big over there, right?
Yeah, I was just going to tell you, Deeds, they have one like in different cities, like once a month. Last summer, they had all of these things going on, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get to one of these across the sea. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be...
Yeah, I know you've got a passport, so let's do it.
I do. And I'm going to be in London in September. So I don't know how close that is to anything. I'm no geography expert. I'm a fucking window cleaner, but hopefully I'll do some research and find out exactly where something is near London in September. That would be awesome.
Yeah. We'll ask Niels. Niels with Maker will know.
Yes, for sure. For
Definitely
sure.
Those guys make some content overseas. That'd be sweet.
So I was in Spain. I was in Spain 2 years ago, and I tried to link up with a guy in Madrid, but I didn't realize how big Madrid was and is. And he was like an hour away plus traffic, so it didn't work out. But this time I definitely will be sure to do some research and make sure that I grab a couple of mops and squeegees and get some content while I'm there.
Heck yeah.
Deeds, who else you got? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that's no problem. I caught some of the episode yesterday of The Lower Rung with Austin and John B. And they were just giving a shout out to how great the window cleaning, the pro page has been over the last couple of months. There's less haters, less, guys trying to flex on everybody. And they gave us a shout out, except we're like the Good Morning America of pro window. So that's always fun to hear. So I want to thank everybody who listens in the mornings while they're getting their squeegees together or sitting on the toilet, whatever. We appreciate you guys coming in and sharing your stories, suggestions, and just being a part of this awesome community that the pro window cleaning group. So thank you guys. Thank you, Zero and WCR. Thanks for everything you guys are doing. We're going to be doing the sticker event coming up here at the IWCA, and they sent us a buttload of stickers to hand out. So that'll be cool. If guys could decorate their buckets. Shout out to, just thanks for watching, everybody. And thank you, Jeremy, for coming on. It's been a pleasure to finally get to sit down and chat with you. We see a lot of your videos and they're awesome. It's good to put a face behind the camera. So that's really cool. And I can't wait to see how much better and how great your videos are going to, pinnacle and just get better.
I appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Kylie, too. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah. Kylie Klodzinski. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. She got a thirsty this morning, so she'll be in a good mood.
Oh, nice. It has been a fantastic week here with Goo and Deeds. It's been an eventful week too. So I got an email yesterday. There is a IWCA Unger sponsored. They're doing something at the IWCA, I guess, and it is a window cleaner of the year for 2025. IWCA Unger is presenting it, and yours truly got nominated, bro. So I want to say thank you to the IWCA and thank you to Unger. Thank you to there's all the other people who are nominated. I didn't really know what to expect. I definitely did not expect that, but to be thrown in that group of other cleaners and to be even thought of in a light like that, it made me feel like $1 million. I'm genuinely heartfelt, full of emotion and gratitude. I've shared with you guys a lot in 2025. Deeds and I met for the first time, not for the first time, but we finally linked up and shared some time together in February of last year. In that time span, I traveled, all over the country. Deeds and I did over 100 episodes. I met window cleaners everywhere. I was given the luxury of being able to give gifts to people across the country, and I was able to share some stories. And 2025 was probably the most trying year, one of the most trying years of my life, mentally and emotionally, but at the same and physically draining. But at the same time, it was the most gratifying full year of my life. And I want to say thank you to everyone that I crossed paths with, whether it be in person, whether it be online, whether it be just in a text. Somehow, some way, we've all played a small role in each other's growth. And to be thought of in the same category as some of those other amazing men and women just left me feeling honored and speechless. So thank you to whoever nominated me. And yeah, dude, I'm just I was over the moon, Deeds. I couldn't believe it when I saw that email. I guess there's voting going on. Check out IWCA webpage. I think maybe there's a voting list on there if you want to vote. There's about 5 or 6 other people nominated. Place your vote. And thank you to WCR. Thank you to Zero. Thank you to World Enterprises, Chris and Alex. Jeremy, thank you for joining us. It's extremely early for our for our West Coast and mountain guests. So joining us at 6:30 in the morning isn't exactly easy. So thank you for taking the time to come on and share some of your stories with us and give us some insight on what makes you tick. You're an awesome window cleaner, and now we know for a fact that you're an even better guy. So thanks for joining us. Yeah, man, go out and vote for your window cleaner of the year. And if you choose to make it goo, I'll be all right with that.
Go for goo.
I'm all right with that, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend, has a fantabulous fucking Friday. Go out there if you can, get your squeegee on. If not, stay warm, bundle up. Deeds, what do you tell them?
Bring your carts in. If it's cold, they can feel it. Bring your carts in your house. Don't ruin your membranes and your ROs and shit. Bring your.
Bitch, that's not what you tell them. What do you always tell them?
Change your rubbers.
There you go. And I always tell you to help you keep your passion buckets full. Stay up, stay gold, and tell somebody you love them, man. It makes their day. Hope you guys have a great one. Be kind to each other. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Thanks, Jeremy.
On Monday when Alex Lambrinides, the one and only, stops by from WCR and tell us what you guys find satisfying about the business and what other tool it is that you haven't got your hands on yet that you want to know more about. We'll talk about it on Monday. Whoop, whoop. Peace out, y'all.
Thank you.
Happy Friday. Thanks, guys.
Jeremy, you're the best.